Hello, everyone. Welcome to Wingcat Sports, and it is Red Wings weekly breakdown time. Not the greatest week for the Red Wings, but they ended it off pretty well. Um, lost to you. Well, they beat Utah 5-1 to start the week. Then they ended up beating, losing to the Avalanche and the Senators. Senators in the close game. Avalanche not so much. 5-2. And then they had a really, really good game last night against the Boston Bruins. Showed some life, showed some aggression. Talbot made some really, really good saves. And, you're still only 3 points back of a wild card. Will they make it? We'll see. Not the most hopeful in that sense. 9 games left, 3 points.
I think it's safe to say
difficult
this team is not a playoff team. And I do give it up for Alex DeBrincat. I think he's been great all year and probably the toughest Red Wing we got. All around great player. Last year was kind of slow. He didn't really, he didn't look like the player we signed. But this year,
he's leading the team in goals this year.
He's been outstanding.
Leading the team in goals.
So I mean, that's a bright spot. I just think, unfortunately, after this season, we'll talk more about it. The Yzer plan does not seem to be going as planned.
Well, prospect-wise, yes, but NHL-wise, no.
Like I said, he's going to have to answer some questions. We got to stop, coddling Stevie Y. We got to start pushing some accountability his way. I think he's got the coach that he needs. I think Tom McClellan is a really good coach. I like him.
If you give him a whole year, I think we are a playoff team. If you probably had Tom McClellan from the beginning of the year.
I don't know how you do it, but I just don't think they play the style of hockey you need to be successful in the playoffs. And I think that's reflected in the last, 6
We will see what
8
this
weeks. That because this is essentially just playoff time. Teams are playing for their positions. They're playing hard every night, and I don't think the Wings have been able to live up to it. They haven't been able to elevate their game. 6 weeks ago we were in the playoffs, right?
We were. Now again,
we should have. We just collapsed again. And we got about 10 games left?
9 games left. We'll see. Okay. We'll see what this win over Boston does, because it was a good win. It was a very much more energizing win. It felt good seeing them actually play a full game of hockey for once.
What do you think they'd have to go to make the playoffs reasonably? 7-2?
Yeah, I don't know who the other guys
would have to be.
I don't know who the other guys are playing. You have to beat Montreal. You play Montreal throughout the month of April. So you end the month of March currently sitting 3 points back of the wild card spot. And I don't know if the Rangers play tonight or not. I would say about everybody else is secure in their playoff spot right now. Ottawa's at 83 points. The division's sitting at 91. You could play literally anybody in the division at this point. Somehow Tampa caught up with them. Tampa's only a point back of first place. Scratch that. You're going to go play Washington first round if you make the playoffs. You don't have to worry about your own division. Because Washington is 10 points up on Toronto, or 11 points up on Toronto. So you're going to play Washington, whoever gets in the playoffs.
Right.
Again, right now, we can even look at the Rangers schedule for the month of April, because they're the current wild card team. They're going to play the Wild, Devils, Lightning, Flyers, Islanders, Hurricanes, Panthers, and Lightning. Not really the easiest schedule in the world. They have a lot of teams that are fighting for playoff spots or in playoff spots. The only team that's not, but is technically fighting, is the Flyers. But I think the Flyers are a little bit too far out.
They fired John Tortello this week.
Yes, they fired their coach this week. So
I don't.
So I don't see the Flyers as being that team. They still are technically able to. They're less than 10 points out. At 69 points right now.
I'd like to see Montreal and Ottawa get in.
But at the moment, right, the Rangers, they don't have the easiest schedule going forward, so you might be able to catch up to them and make your way. Montreal, next team up. Their month of April is looking really, I would say, more favorable than probably either two teams. Are playing the Panthers, the Bruins, the Flyers, the Predators, Red Wings, Senators, Maple Leafs, Blackhawks, Hurricanes. So they have some games that are easier for them. They might be able to steal a couple other ones. So I think you need to beat Montreal to kind of keep up with them because you're only a point behind them. So you're going to have to copy Montreal and beat them. It's basically what you're going to at least have to do going forward, I think. Because I think Montreal is more likely to make that playoff spot. The Rangers have 2 games up on everybody else, and then besides us, who is a game behind them.
When do we play Montreal?
Well, I left that. Hold on. Montreal, we play Montreal April 8th. We have 3 games till Montreal. Other teams in front of us, Columbus. Columbus's month of April is looking like Avalanche, Maple Leafs, Senators twice, Sabres, Capitals twice, Flyers, Islanders. Not the most favorable. They have some favorable games in there, but you're playing 2 really good teams in the Senators and the Capitals twice in this month. But they have 10 games in April. So I don't know. It could go either way for the Blue Jackets. Right now you are tied with them in points, but they have a tie. They're a point ahead of you, but they have the tiebreaker. And then you have the Islanders, which they have one more game today against the Hurricanes, or tomorrow against the Hurricanes. They have Lightning, Wild, Capitals, Predators, Rangers, Flyers, Devils, Capitals, Blue Jackets.
Okay.
So, Islanders.
I think we know the Wings' chances are extremely slim.
They are.
So,
honestly, I think Montreal has the most favorable out of all of them in order to get there. Again, the Rangers have played 2 more games than everybody except for the Wings, who have played 73. So that's only 1 more game. So let's say you win the game, you technically could be a point behind the Rangers. It's just not going to be easy. For you to get into this playoff spot, you have to hope a lot of teams lose while you're winning, and that's probably not going to happen. But they all are playing better teams, while the only team really that you are playing that is in front of you is the Canadians. Everybody else is kind of semi-playing each other here or there. So you might have a chance to kind of shock everybody, but I don't think you are.
Run the table 9-0.
It's not going to happen. We know that's not going to happen. But honestly, this week you're playing the Blues, Hurricanes, and then we won't probably have time to talk about the game before. But on Sunday they play the Panthers. You might win 2 out of 3 this week. To be honest, you might win your home. Well, not your home games. You might beat the Blues and you might beat the Panthers. You always play the Panthers really well. Surprisingly, I don't know what has been the past 2-3 years why the Panthers have been really good. You have played them extremely well. You might win 2 out of the next 3.
Right. We will see.
It is random. The Wings look good here and then they don't look good there. Somehow they have a great month of April and sneak in. You're probably getting swept by the Capitals. But maybe not. You play the Capitals pretty well so far this year.
So far.
But we'll see what happens,
and maybe they'll be sewed up and they won't put forth the effort they need to give you a chance.
We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But I think they can win 2 out of 3. Realistically, you got to win almost every game you can. If you win 2 out of 3 this week, though, you probably are still in a good spot. But we'll end it there.
7-2, I think, is the
7-2
lowest they could do.
Yeah, there's not a lot of mistakes you can make. But we'll end it there. If you like what you see, like, comment, subscribe, and let us know what you think about the Wings and their chances. And until next time, see everybody soon.